So what even is hate speech, right? Like I see so many people online saying, especially the fallout of this whole Charlie Kirk assassination, people are like, oh, well, he was spewing a lot of hate. He was pushing a lot of hate. And like, there's only so much hate you can push until something happens. And it's like, it's not just this particular, incident that has sparked this. A lot of people for a long time have been talking about certain topics as being hate speech, and it's like, it's frustrating to hear because people just basically want to categorize or classify anything that goes against their personal views or beliefs as being hate speech. And it's like, unless there is some sort of hateful motive behind what you're saying, I don't believe it's hate speech. Just because you're voicing an opinion or a perspective on a particular life issue, whether it's regards to religion, politics, sexual preference, like gender, all those kind of like sensitive topics, if you want to call it that. Just because someone's expressing their view on what they think on those topics, it doesn't mean it's hate speech. I would only classify it as hate speech if you're actually communicating it in a way where you're, either explicitly stating or implying that someone deserves to be treated with less respect, or discriminated against, or basically deserves some sort of violence or even death to come to them just because of their beliefs in those certain areas. Then yeah, I'll classify that as hate speech, right? Like I've seen some really sad videos of like even little kids saying, like getting excited at the thought of like certain people that they disagree with dying. And it's like, come on, like that's hate speech. If you think someone else should die because they have beliefs about a certain thing, like, to me that's hate speech. But just because you state your personal views about a certain topic in society and it might go against someone else's views, it doesn't mean it's hate speech, right? Like, and look, I know we're not going to solve the world, and all of society's issues in one discussion, but like, I just felt like I've seen so many people talking about hate speech over the years, and this person's being hateful and this person's pushing hate speech, and then when I actually look at what they had to say, there was nothing like hateful about it. Yeah, they might have had a polarizing view on things, and maybe they were a little bit, I don't know, what do you call it, abrupt or abrasive in their communication of it, maybe. But that doesn't mean they have hate towards people. Like I've got certain views on all those topics as well, right? But it would never result in me wanting to treat anyone differently. I've got the same love and respect for every single human being, regardless of their beliefs, persuasions, whatever. But I've still got some strong views on things. So to some people, they would think that that's not possible. I think if you've got strong views on things, then that means then that means you've got hate speech against the people who you have differing views on. No, I don't. I love and respect everyone, and I think everyone should be given the same opportunities. I think everyone deserves to be treated with the same love and respect, regardless on where you stand on certain issues. So, I think this whole issue with hate speech needs to be addressed. And I think we need to clearly define what hate speech is. And even if we want to use this term hate speech, because it's such a subjective term at the moment, it's like anyone uses hate speech to define anything these days. But I think especially if it's going to get to the level of like people are being killed over it, or if people are going to go to jail because, apparently they've been engaging in hate speech online or in person or whatever. Like, I think there needs to be a clear definition on what hate speech is, and it has to have some sort of hateful intent behind it that wants a certain people group to be discriminated, or harm to come to them. Like, yeah, that's hate speech. But a lot of what we see pushed in the media or by some reporters or social media that are classifying certain people, certain things as hate speech, it's not actually hate speech. It's just a strong perspective on something. But I feel like the only way you can know if it's hate speech is if you give the person a chance to explain themselves. Because hate is something that's in your heart, right? And yeah, it can be expressed in something you say, definitely it can be, but also something you say might have zero hate behind it. Like, I might say something now on a particular issue, And people might say, oh, that means he hates that people group or whatever, or that's hate speech. But then if you ask me what do I think about that people group, I'll say I love them, and I don't want any harm to come to them, and I love them and respect them just the same as any other people group. So then therefore it's not hate speech. But yeah, anyway, I know it's a bit of a hot topic and a sensitive issue in our society these days, but I really think we need to stop this whole us versus them picking sides, and just realize we're all on the same team. And look, I know the truth. I know the truth is not everyone is going to be on the same team. Not everyone wants peace and love. Not everyone wants to live, according to the ways that God has called us to live at the end of the day. And so I know it's probably not ever going to be possible that we all will, love each other and respect each other. There's always going to be people that unfortunately are deceived, misled into feeling like they need to inflict harm on other people and kill other people. But yeah, anyway, feel free to share your comments, thoughts. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Everything that I share on my channel, it's just based on my experiences, beliefs, my experiences with God, my experiences with other people. At the end of the day, it should be about improving, self-improvement and constantly growing. It shouldn't be about thinking that we know the truth about every particular topic and we're never going to change, because no one knows the truth about everything and no one is perfect in every area of their belief system. So we should be free to talk to each other, and get to the bottom of things. And if we agree to disagree, that's okay too, but I'm always happy to be challenged. I'm always happy to hear other views. And I always take it back to God and be like, God, if I've got something wrong in this area, please show me the truth. Me thinking I'm right is not important. The truth is what's important. And if what I'm believing is not actually the truth, then I'm happy to be corrected, because I just want to be closer to the truth. I don't want to be stubborn in my own mindsets. But yeah, anyway, God bless all of you. See you on the next one.